Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. I am Tom. And as usual, just adjusting my volume, we're in Geneva, Switzerland, and I've been looking at the job market. I think no, we don't want quick job. We want the freight market, of course. Because we are using our own truck now. I think this one. It's 1,200 miles across to Romania. Varsov, Romania. It is urgent, and I've just checked to ensure that we have enough.
Ready to roll.
Where are we going? Oh, is it just here? It may be just here. Yeah, there it is, so that's fantastic. We'll just take that. I have checked to ensure that we have enough enough energy for I've overshot that a little bit. We're good for sleep for the time being, is what I mean to say. So 1,200 miles, it will require a sleep. It is an urgent delivery, but provided we don't, provided we can pick this trailer up properly, there we go. We should have no problem, unless we get a massive detour again. We're clear.
Turn right.
Yep, a little bit of a collision on that gate there because I wasn't paying close enough attention.
Turn right.
The signals are not working on that road back there for some reason.
And then turn left.
When you say keep left and turn left, what do you mean? Do you mean right here?
Turn left.
Yes, okay. Brilliant. So, 1,200 miles. That's going to take 28 hours. Was it the previous episode where I was talking about how sleep works and I was getting it completely wrong? I did learn in the meantime that actually the way sleep works in the game is it's always 10 hours. Whenever you sleep, it doesn't matter how tired you are, you're always advancing the time 10 hours, I think. That's what I've read now between episodes.
Right. And then exit right.
So the best thing to do probably is to
Exit right.
it's like fully crack on with the journey until we are practically exhausted, then do the 10-hour sleep, and then we're entirely refreshed for the next leg of the journey. Like that's better than doing a sleep early, which will still be 10 hours anyway, and then we're right back to that tiredness just ratcheting up at the same sort of rate. So there's no point in sleeping early. We'll have to sleep as late as possible because it's a flat 10 hours. In other news, I want to turn these on. They already are, okay. In other news, what day is this going up? Wednesday. This is Wednesday's video, right? So, yeah, there'll be one more Euro Truck Simulator 2 video this Friday, and then there will be an American Truck Simulator video on Sunday, followed by another on Monday. And the next Euro Truck Simulator 2 video will be next Wednesday after that. So, I'm making a little change up to the schedule of trucking videos because I'm introducing American Truck Simulator videos to the mix. I've already recorded. Do I care about the speeding offense? I do. If it's avoidable, if there was like a speed camera back there that I should have been on the lookout for, that's entirely my fault. Like, I don't mind if I'm caught out by the police and I don't see them coming, but if it's a speed camera and it was well marked, then I'm annoyed by that because I should be on the lookout for those. Yeah, so I've recorded a few American Truck Simulator videos, the first of which is going to be Sunday. That's going to be episode 0, where I'm doing mod setup, same as I did for Euro Truck Simulator 2. Following that, there is episode 1 on Monday, immediately after, and episode 2 on Friday. The week after that, we'll be back to Euro Truck Simulator 2 on Monday and Friday, and American Truck Simulator on Wednesday. And they're going to go back and forth like that, is my sort of plan for the time being. There's no point in trying to overtake anybody here, is there? They're going to go back and forth so that we're doing 3 a fortnight rather than at the moment doing 6 a fortnight. I'm doing 6 a fortnight of Euro Truck Simulator 2 at the moment, so we're halving the amount of ETS2 content, but we are maintaining the same amount of trucking content. How am I for petrol, by the way? Perfect. We've got a full tank, so we're good there. So yeah, that's the plan. I like weighed it up and I was like, I don't want to add more content in because I've got a level of sort of recording that I'm comfortable with, for the time being at least. So I also didn't want to do less American Truck Simulator. I didn't want to do American Truck Simulator only on Wednesdays, because then it's going to be a very slow developing series. So I figure doing 3 of each a fortnight and releasing them on that sort of weird 1 week's more American, 1 week's more European sort of schedule made the most sense. What time of night is it, by the way? 2:55 in the morning. Okay. I'm just eager for the sun to rise.
Go straight on.
I have also, just before recording this episode, attempted to install Poland Rebuilding, because that mod is finally ready for Euro Truck Simulator 2 1.44. However, it worked. It installed perfectly. The only problem is when you install a new map mod, your location tends to get reset. So I got reset back to Carlisle, which wouldn't have been too terrible of an issue, because we do want that mod. The problem, and the reason I've uninstalled it, is because it doesn't connect with RustMap. Like, it works seamlessly with ProMods because it's sort of developed as an extension to ProMods. But when it comes to connecting ProMods and Poland Rebuilding with RustMap, there's a additional package that is, I don't know which side to be here. This side probably. Oh yeah, definitely. You give me the space to just. Yeah. That was probably terrible of me. I just forced that car to slow down. But yeah, the road connections. I took a look at the map and the road connections were clearly not quite there. There was a few problems. There is a fix for that. However, even though Poland Rebuilding has been updated, it looks like the fix hasn't been. So there's no compatibility between Poland Rebuilding and RustMap at the moment. It would be a choice essentially. Do I want to have Poland Rebuilding or do I want to have RustMap? And for just the time being, the choice was obvious. We want to keep RustMap, and the reason is simply that well, we left off in Geneva. I want to continue from Geneva, so messing about with map mods resets my location. I don't want to do that yet. But maybe in the future it becomes more the other way around. Maybe Poland Rebuilding would be the better one, because it is Euro Truck Simulator. We are in Europe the majority of the time. And who wants to be...
Keep left and then continue straight on.
delivering shit in and out of Russia at the moment anyway. Go straight on? Yeah. So we've got Paris rebuild. We still haven't visited Paris, but we will eventually. And I'm thinking of possibly installing the Poland rebuilding and forgoing Rusmap until there's a fix between the two. I'm also looking at installing Row Extended, which adds a bunch of other areas. I forget where exactly. I know it adds a large part of Ukraine.
Continue straight on. Go straight on.
But at some point I think we need to, because home base is Carlisle, we need to think about driving back up to Carlisle and, you know, touching base back at home, upgrading the garage, checking on our drivers, which I haven't done for a while, have I? I should really check to see if they are.
Keep left and then continue straight on.
Do I really have to stay in this lane? Oh, I do as well.
Straight on.
Okay. Yeah, when we find a rest stop, or when we come to needing to rest on this journey, I will take a look at how my drivers back in Carlisle are doing and see if they need to have their leveling changed at all. That is a speed camera warning, isn't it? So we should be doing 50. I assume the speed camera was somewhere in that tunnel, so
Go straight on.
we should be good to get back up to speed now. We also need to purchase other garages. How much money have we got? Have we got 96,000 euros? And we've repaid the 100,000 euro loan. So we could definitely take out another 100,000 if we wanted to and get that up to 196.
Straight on.
So that's not enough for another garage plus 2 extra drivers. Eventually, our AI drivers will start bringing in more and more, and they'll help push that up even further. Like we're not struggling at the moment, despite having that other large loan out as well. We're doing okay. So American Truck Simulator, which is starting on Sunday, I've got ProMods Canada installed and Reformer, which just adds. God damn it. Reformer adds Mexico, and those are the only 2 map mods I've got installed, which is a big difference from over here in Euro Truck Simulator 2, where I've got ProMods Middle East, Rusmap, Paris Rebuild, and Maghreb. Although I am looking at also, I haven't so far played with this, but probably before the next episode that I record, I'm going to add what's it called? It's called Urban Overhaul or something like that, and it redoes some of the urban areas. We need to start thinking about a rest stop, don't we? Skip this one, but as we crack on, it's going to be essential to stop for a rest stop. Probably the next one that we come across. I've talked in the American Truck Simulator video as well about like the differences, because it really is a different game. I'm having a lot of trouble getting started, just mainly picking up trailers, getting out of the depots, and dropping off trailers at the end. That's the big problem. So you're going to watch me struggle if you watch those videos at all. And I've kept saying, I think it's something to do with whoops. That was my bad. I'm literally trying to check this. Yeah. I think it's got everything to do with the wheelbase of American trucks being that much longer than European ones. Because a European truck has this sort of box cab kind of look with the cab is over the wheel. And the reason for that is that there are all these regulations about European trucks. Like, your full truck and trailer can't go over a certain length. So, because of that law, they all get designed. All of the trucks get designed with this cab over wheel approach, right? Whereby the actual truck itself is shorter, therefore the trailer can be larger. And personally, but maybe this is just a oh no. Maybe this is just a being used to it kind of thing, and you know, I'll need practice and whatnot. But personally, it feels a lot easier to handle one of these trucks. You're higher up for one because you're sat over the wheel, which means I can make this car practically disappear. Okay, came right up on it. But a smaller car I could make practically disappear beneath the windscreen there, and then completely forget that I've got a vehicle in front of me. So you are forced to be more conscious of vehicles ahead and whatnot. Although, you know, there's sort of the opposite problem in American Truck Simulator, where you've got the engine out in front of you, so they've got these really long noses. But the real issue is the wheelbase, and the maneuverability of a European truck versus, say, an American one is just so much better. Your turning circle is the big thing. And that's why the drop-offs have been so difficult for me in American Truck Simulator, is because I just cannot get used to that turning circle. Is it this way? This area here is probably pro mods, because that interchange was really interesting. Like the base game's large junctions tend not to be that interesting, although, you know, they have improved the game over time. Wow, this is really cool. So there is that going for Europe. The large, what we'd call spaghetti junctions, are or tend to be cooler and more interesting than the American versions, although they do have enormous junctions in urban areas, don't they? I probably should have taken the opportunity for a rest stop here. How am I doing for sleep? Ooh, just a little bit more. I think definitely the next rest stop. Well, it looks like we're coming up on another services any second, so... Perhaps we'll stop here, perhaps we'll keep going. We'll keep going a little bit longer. I think that... Yeah, I think I can get a little more distance out of this before sleep. As I say, the problem is, regardless of when you go to sleep, it's 10 hours. And this is an urgent delivery, so I need to be as economic with my time as possible. But it will no doubt have factored in sleep, so... provided we don't get detoured, if I do this all properly, we shouldn't have an issue. This thing. Right here, this is... Can I get a proper look at it? Amazing. Look at that as well. Isn't that fantastic? It's one of those things about Euro Truck Simulator. You never have time to take in the sights, I don't feel. I think if we drove in this sort of view, yeah, we'd take in a lot more, wouldn't we? But personally, I much prefer the experience from in the cab. Whoops. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Which way? Which way? This way? Apparently, I didn't... Uh-oh. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay. I didn't hear the sat-nav. There should have been a sat-nav warning there, right? Like, keep right. Fortunately, we saw that before it became an issue because, yeah, on an urgent job, we know this now, on an urgent job, any detour is going to be devastating for us. Clearly building something there. Like new houses or... Based on the large glass panes that they had, it looked more like perhaps offices going up or something. Although, clearly hadn't made much progress yet. If we get this job done on time, then we're not going to have an issue in terms of all those fines that we've got. The fines will be covered by the actual job itself, and we'll have made the right choice, I think. Because the bonuses for it being a long journey and an urgent journey are incredible. We definitely want to be pulling over at whatever the next rest stop we find is. Because our little sleep icon has just turned red at the bottom there. So I want to be keeping in this right-hand lane. If you'll just let me merge, thank you, mate. That does not say services at all, does it? That says Ausfahrt. This also doesn't say services. Okay, tunnel ahead. That looks like that's a telephone at the side of the road. I'm desperately on the lookout for like a sign or anything that says speed camera ahead, because they tend to put them near tunnels. That seems to be the case, right? You say keep left. I say other services here. I say actually I need to get in behind you if I can. And you're gonna thank you. If you don't know who I'm talking to, by the way, it is the vehicles in my... Oh, do not slow down, mate. It is the vehicles in my upper left mirror in the top corner there. hopefully we find services before we start getting sleep fines. That's the thing. I should really plan these journeys. Yeah, I should really plan these journeys ahead of time.
Keep right.
It's saying keep right now. Stat Munchen. Oh yeah, I don't want to be joining that queue. Now, big question, can the AI handle the traffic density? It looks like yes, they can.
Keep left.
We're probably just nipping around the outside of Stat Munchen here, huh? I should have been in the other lane, to be honest.
Keep right. And then continue straight on.
What does that mean? I'm on a roundabout or
Go
something.
straight on,
What
and
does
then
that mean?
turn right.
Like here, this is the right turn, isn't it? Yeah.
Get ready. Turn left.
Uh-huh.
Turn left.
Yep. Okay, we're in an urban area, I believe, so... Let me just
Keep
see.
right, and then turn right.
Here? Yeah, oh yeah. But that was a lot to navigate. We're in an urban area, so time is passing more slowly for us. That's good. Oh, I can turn my headlights off now, can't I?
Keep left.
You say keep left. I still want to be on the lookout for services. The scenery here is amazing though, isn't it? I talk about this a little bit in, oh wow, look at that. Just look at that, that's all roads, isn't it? It's just, that's amazing. It's like these huge roads just emerging out of the forest. There's something like fantastical about that, and I mean that like in the literal sense of the word fantasy. It's like if wood elves built freeways, right? I talk about scenery a little bit in the American Truck Simulator videos, and why I've decided not to include a map pack called Coast to Coast. And the reason is that Coast to Coast is just... It tries to add all of America. Like, the American Truck Simulator at the moment really just has the West Coast and the Western states. So there's a lot of America missing. It's a far less complete game. But this map mod, Coast to Coast, attempts to add, you know, the rest of America over to the other coast. However, they've really gone for a sort of quantity over quality approach, and I think it's one developer, so they've done an incredible job. But a lot of it's still really flat and barren. And it's missing scenery and stuff like that. So I've left that out just because I think it'd be really boring, whereas Pro Mods is amazing. And a lot of the work that SCS, the developers of these games, have done in recent years has been phenomenal compared with where the game was at 10 years ago. I've made the mistake again of not stopping at a rest stop before a clearly long stretch between we even have the option. Although this looks like one up ahead, right? Finally. Yeah. How are we for petrol? We're still really good for petrol. Fantastic. So we'll stop at these services up ahead. We have 808 miles to go. Be on the lookout for a separate lane for trucks. Oh no. Yeah, this one? It's like the rest area right here. Fantastic. Okay, so I'll just pull up here and we'll have our long rest. Okay, so according to this, we have 41 hours left on the job, and we were making really good time. So there's time enough for, I think it said we had what, 20 or something hours left. So there's time enough for 2 additional sleeps should we need that. And it is a long journey. I apologize for the sudden stop in music. We should crack on. We should absolutely crack on a little bit longer. But I did say I was going to talk about driver management. How are you guys doing? So close to having a long distance complete there. I've got 90,000. If I wanted, I could take out another 100,000. Actually, how much can I take? 140. So I could get that up to 250,000, which I think would be enough for an additional truck and a garage upgrade, which means I could hire a 3rd driver. That might be a good idea, actually. We're not going to do that just yet. I'm mainly trying to decide whether I should continue at this point or end the episode there. I think we've made such good time. I do need to crack on a little longer. Have our lights on as well since it is raining. What time are we on? Middle of the afternoon. If you're wondering how I know the time, it's in the bottom. It's in the info at the bottom of the screen. You can see it says Monday at 7:07, 7:08 at the moment. Keep left. Keep left. Move out the way. Yeah. No, you slow down. You slow down. Oh, I hate you. Yeah, I was indicating. The AI sometimes is not that great. And yet at the same time, drivers are jerks like that, so... Keep what way? Keep left, yeah, good. I'm wondering, because this is an amazing downpour, if we open this up, first of all, we can hear it. But my question is... No. I thought maybe if we opened the window, we'd start to see the interior getting a little bit wet. That doesn't seem to have happened. That I can see anyway. I didn't think it was going to. Because the rain is just, it's really just a texture that's being applied to the windows, isn't it? The transparent object that is the windows in the game engine. Although, what happens when I'm just trying to keep an eye on this window when I wind it back up. Oh yeah, well, that does a pretty good job. I was trying to see if it had like the line, you know, where it had sort of wiped down to. And it does seem to have... How many services are we going to have in this area after I waited so long for... There we go. We haven't talked about rain probability in a while, but I think I've got it where I want it. It feels comfortable. Like, this is fairly infrequent now, but when it does happen, it's amazing. Of course, it's not that amazing that we can't see the beautiful scenery. But we'll no doubt drive back this direction at some point and see everything. Paris, still need to go see Paris. Still need to go back up to Iceland, I was talking about, wasn't I? When you can apparently see the Northern Lights, so we'll have to get up there when it's not raining at some point. Or even farther north. There is a... there are areas on the map that are even farther north than Iceland. So the plan is not to complete this entire journey in this video, even though I have cracked on at this juncture. That's just because I think we hadn't been going that long just yet. I think we're making excellent time. $732 miles to go. We'll probably split it into two halves, so I can't remember how long it was. About 1,200, wasn't it? So if we get down to 600 miles to go, I think I'll split the video there. Another reason you may want to check out the American Truck Simulator series is it has a brand new playlist. The music we're listening to right now, I don't think this track is on the list. Some of the tracks are the same, but most of them are entirely different. I've tried to go for more like a little bit more rock and roll and a little bit more country. Just to sort of get that kind of Americana vibe for the videos. I've also, embarrassingly, experimented with saying howdy y'all at the beginning of a couple of those videos, but I promise to stop, because I'm not living that. I don't attempt an American accent, don't worry about that. The thing is, I do say howdy and y'all naturally as just part of everyday speech. Like, I know they're Americanisms, but they are Americanisms that I have at some point picked up and I do myself. But starting out the videos, these American Truck Simulator videos with howdy y'all, it's like really on the nose, and it's like, it seems like it's not natural, like it's forced, which, you know, it is. You'll know if you've watched some of these videos, I'm a fan of Many a True Nerd. Oh, that was amazing. That thunder is incredible. I can't remember what game it is that John from Many a True Nerd plays, where he starts doing his American John character. And he's like, howdy y'all, this is American John. The sound in this game, you know, it's been modified. We've got the sound fixes pack. We've got the emergency vehicles are providing their own sounds. That thunder was incredible. And the Doppler effect and whatnot. Because you'll hear it. I know there's a vehicle on my left. You stay back, because I'm... Yeah, brilliant. Hey, a Fanta van. Genuinely just making me thirsty. Love. Yeah, there. See, do you hear that little Doppler effect on the siren that started up there? As it faded into the distance. $657 miles to go. So, if we can find a place to stop for the episode, that would be ideal. I don't think that sign was indicating services at all. Next service station.
And then turn right.
Oh, you know what? We are in fact turning off here anyway, so if I can get in front of you.
Turn right.
Yeah. That is dark. Okay. We already have our high beams on. I think I need to get some lights installed on the top of the truck. That'd be a good idea. That might give us a little bit more distance in terms of what we can see ahead. Although I don't know what's legal in a European truck, because are lights up top like that even legal? I know that cabin lights are not legal in Europe. Oh no, I've literally just missed that services. Oh well, next one. Cabin lights are not legal because they are considered a potential distraction to oncoming drivers. Or no, not a distraction, but confusing. Like, drivers are used to seeing headlights coming at them, so, you know, two lights, or one in the case of a motorcycle, I guess. But if you factor in interior lights, then it gets confusing. I guess maybe it looks a lot like a house. Am I driving? Is that a house coming down the motorway towards me? I'm really digging into drivers. I don't mean to, but like, it's just a psychology thing. The idea, I think it's a German law, and the idea is that it could be confusing and disorienting, especially when you're so used to just seeing two headlights coming at you, and therefore knowing, oh, that's a car I'm heading towards. So, despite attempting to install some... You said keep...
Right. And then turn right.
Yeah.
Turn right.
Just got across there. So yeah, cabin lights, cabin lights, cabin lights. I did attempt to install some, but they were ultimately a no-go. I looked at another mod for installing them as well, but then I discovered that there's that law, so I thought, okay, let's keep the experience more true to life and not have that. But I think we can have it in American Truck Simulator, so I am going to look into it there. And then we can have our cabin maybe lit up a different color. Although actually, looking at it now, there is a subtle red light, right? I think we might finally be seeing the subtle cabin lights I did attempt to install. Just give me a service station, please. We are 13 hours out. Can't remember how long it said I had left, but I don't expect we'll be under 30 hours left until expected delivery time. Oh, this looks like services, doesn't it? Yeah. We can park up here and brilliant. Once again. Do I need fuel? No, we're good for fuel. So is this here? You've stopped, I don't know why. Oh, okay, no, keep going, keep going, keep going. Why had you stopped? Is this left turn only? No, it can't be. It's got to be possible to go this way. Oh wait, no, it's not. Well, how would you even get into this little area over here?
Find a new route.
I swear this is the rest stop, right? We don't actually need to rest, so I'm just going to well, pull up like this and check our map, see how far we've got. Oh, 1 second. 36 hours left, yeah, so we're not under 30 at all. We're making good time. If I've only got 13 hours left to go and 30 hours left to cover it, that's time for one more sleep. Which we'll probably do somewhere around here. Because I don't think we'll cover it all without requiring another one. Speaking of which, actually, we should therefore probably... We won't bother with those little icons. They'd be good to pick up if we went on an urgent journey. Mainly looking for rest stops, so I don't know if they show up at this zoom level. How would that be? Maybe. Yeah, we might have an additional rest stop there. I don't know. We'll consider that. But I think we're going to do this urgent delivery on time, which is fantastic. This will be an enormous chunk of change to add on to, what is it, the 90,000 we already have? Yeah. Driver manager, how's everybody doing? Yep, still nothing just yet. Okay, so next time we will continue our journey to Brasov. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining me. I've been Tom, this has been Euro Truck Simulator 2, and ta-ra!